Hey, how you doing? This is Adam Post, publisher of more than 1,000 comic books, and I've been covering Avatar 2 pretty closely. This movie is doing more business than I thought it would do. Just yesterday we did this video. 1.4 billion reached worldwide for Avatar 2. It is pretty incredible, but that's not the only box office record that Avatar 2 has already broken. There are actually 6 box office records that they've already broken. I'd like to go over all of them. It is pretty amazing. Let's get into this article from the Direct. Avatar 2, every box office record broken so far. Before we do, please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give me a thumbs up. Avatar: The Way of Water has already broken multiple box office records in its first 2 weeks spent in theaters. Avatar currently stands as the highest grossing movie of all time. That's the original, of course, and that is $2.9 billion. That's a lot of money for any movie. It will come as no surprise that James Cameron's pioneering flick broke dozens of box office records, with many of them still being held even 13 years later for the original Avatar. Let me know if you think that Avatar: The Way of Water is going to actually do better than Avatar did. Keeping in mind that Avatar, the 2009 version, the original release did $2.7 billion, not 2.9. It's been released several times since, making more and more and more money. So Avatar 2, will they beat Avatar 1? Let me know what you think in the comments below, please. Naturally, this has left expectations high as Cameron returns to finally deliver Avatar: The Way of Water as theaters continue their post-pandemic recovery. Things certainly got off to a strong start after the Friday opening broke one major record that was held by Spider-Man: No Way Home, and Avatar 2 has only continued making history ever since. Avatar 2 breaks 6 box office records. Here are the 6 box office records that Avatar: The Way of Water has broken in the first 2 weeks of what is expected to be an extensive theatrical run. It's the best Tuesday of 2022. Deadline reported that Avatar 2 achieved the best Tuesday at the domestic box office in 2022 on December 20th. The sequel grossed $18.3 million to top Minions: The Rise of Gru was the previous record holder at $17.5 million. The worldwide total on the day of the record was $58.5 million. Best Wednesday of 2022 domestic. Exhibitor Relations Company noted that The Way of Water's $20 million domestic gross on December 21st represents the highest Wednesday box office in 2022. Biggest ever third weekend for Hollywood movie in China. The Way of Water grossed $36.5 million on its third 3-day weekend, December 30th through January 1st, which is, according to box office insider Luis Fernando, a 38.3% increase from its second weekend and the highest ever third weekend in China for an American movie, beating Aquaman's $23.4 million and third weekend earnings. First ever Part 2 movie to cross $1 billion worldwide in under 2 weeks. That's impressive. On December 29th, Avatar 2 crossed the $1 billion mark, becoming the only 6th film to achieve the milestone gross in under 2 weeks. As pointed out by Eric Davis, the follow-up marked the first ever Part 2 movie of a franchise to join the list. Fastest 2022 movie to reach $1 billion. The LA Times reported that Avatar: The Way of Water had become the fastest movie of 2022 to cross $1 billion just 12 days after the official opening. Only 2 other movies have managed to gross the impressive milestone this year in any time frame, those being Top Gun: Maverick and Jurassic World: Dominion. Biggest box office opening for a James Cameron film. Screen Rant shared that Avatar 2 achieved the highest domestic box office opening ever. Terminator opened at $4 million, Aliens $10 million, The Abyss $9.3 million, Terminator 2: Judgment Day $31.8 million, True Lies $25.9 million, Titanic $28.6 million, and Avatar $77 million. As expected, Avatar: The Way of Water is dominating the box office and is showing no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Now, when Disney acquired Fox, and of course Fox had the rights to Avatar originally, not Disney, Disney was able to control so much market share theatrically that they really don't have to worry about a lot of competition at the box office whenever they schedule their blockbusters. Wakanda Forever really didn't have competition. Now Avatar 2 doesn't have competition, and future films from Disney are really not going to have a lot of competition. It's not just that Disney is, the only one making blockbusters. It just means they really don't have to compete with Fox. They have a tremendous amount of theatrical market share. The 2009 Avatar flick saw its success continue for several months, and the sequel may well manage to do the same, with no real competition until February's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. After previously describing the sequel's budget as very effing expensive, James Cameron indicated that Avatar 2 would supposedly have to make upwards of $2 billion to break even. He later corrected that to say, no, really more like $1.5 billion. This is in movie theaters. It's going to do much more than break even. Obviously, it's already at $1.4 billion. It keeps going up, and up. So it's going nowhere but up. In addition, the rights for streaming are very valuable. Sales for digital download are very valuable. TV broadcast rights, cable broadcast rights, it's endless. It's all very valuable. The movie is going to be a cash machine. Whether the $2 billion estimate was correct or not is not clear, but if so, then the Pandora adventure is already halfway to that mountainous goal. More than halfway. It's 75% to $2 billion. This movie, of course, is going to get to $2 billion. Why wouldn't it at this point? Too much momentum to slow it down now. I have so many people in my Avatar comments telling me, hey, I saw the movie 5 times. I'm like, wow, that's pretty incredible. Because there are so many different formats to see it in, too. In order to achieve the level of success of $2 billion, The Way of Water will have to keep on winning at the box office for a long time to come. But as it will go almost completely uncontested, at least in the major blockbuster space, for all of January, the chance certainly remains there. Let me know what you think, though, in the comments below. It is at $1.4 billion. It doesn't mean that it's going to keep going this strong. It could slow down. I do think it's going to get to $2 billion at this point. But again, that's not break even. They're going to much more than break even. They're going to make tons and tons of money on this. They may not make the $70 billion it cost for Disney to buy Fox. They won't, not off of Avatar. But they're going to make plenty of money. It's a great opportunity for Disney. It's a hit. They finally could be talking positively about something Disney because they've had a lot of things that they've been struggling with in the last year. Let me know what you think of all this in the comments below. Do you think it hits $2 billion? Do you think Disney has any other big movies that are going to do well? I mean, this Ant-Man and the Wasp, supposedly people are excited to see that. I don't know. Is it going to make a lot of money? Let me know what you think of that. Also, what do you think about this in comparison to Wakanda Forever? Wakanda Forever didn't do any business near this. They did over $800 million. That's pretty good, but it's not like $1 billion. It's not, in the realm of the first Black Panther movie. Let me know what you think of that. Please be sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell for notification, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon with another video. And if I don't see you, I will miss you.